Hey, family, if you're just tuning in, I've been talking about how you might succeed in online courses this year to ensure you have proper undergirding of your vision and your goals for 2024. I talked about my experience in online learning. And again, if you're just tuning in, let me say this to you. I finished my bachelor's at the tender age of 34 online and finished my executive MBA in my 40s on the weekend in school, but the rest online. And so I'm a huge fan of online education and the value it can bring to you. Let me finish with these 3 tips, family. So, and let me tell you the first 4 if you're just tuning in. 1, schedule your time wisely. 2, stay organized. 3, remain engaged. 4, find meaning of your courses. But number 5, focus on self-care. Focus on self-care. Understand that our brains are like a muscle. They get worn out when they have too much time under tension. Sometimes heavily focusing on one thing for long periods of time can bring you down, bro. Can bring you down. Similarly, doing mental gymnastics about all the things you need to do can bring you down. So think about self-care. Think about being kind to yourself. Unload the list of things you need to do onto a piece of paper. Write them all out if you want to. If you're an electronic person, sure, use notes on your iPhone or whatever the case may be, whatever you choose, but unload it and then pick a few things that you're going to do, 2 or 3 things that you'll do, and get after them in sequence as you sequence those priorities. Give yourself that technique as a piece of self-care. The second piece of self-care is plain and simple. Get the appropriate amount of rest, fam. One of the things that happens is when we take on something like this, we say, I just need to grin and bear it. I just need to make it happen. I got to do this thing. That's admirable. That's nice. The reality is you still can get exhausted. And working when you're exhausted will not produce the best results. And we all know that. So enough said. 6, set realistic goals for yourself. Set goals in terms of what you're going to accomplish each day or each week, and then reward yourself for the goals. I know it may sound, again, a little strange when you think about, well, I got to grind through this to get this new school thing done. Yes, you do. But if you have 4 things to do that week, and depending on how you've arranged them and organized them, and maybe you've taken some things and chunked them down. By the way, chunking is a strategy, meaning that if you've got a big block of work to do, I used to have a mentor that used to say, how are we going to eat that elephant? We're not just going to grab the whole elephant and eat it. We've got to break it down into pieces to eat that thing. So if you got something that's huge, maybe it's broken down into 5 pieces. Maybe each piece is significant enough that it's going to take an hour or 2. After you do each piece, say, yes, I did it. Celebrate whatever you need to do. Go play a game of Madden. Go take a walk around the block. Do a quick Peloton or whatever workout for 30 minutes and then come back. Go celebrate. Go celebrate. Go celebrate. It is a healthy rhythm, family. The last tip I will give you is know when to get help. Be willing to accept help. I can admit it. Many of us, depending on our backgrounds, our situations, things from the past, etc., we like to take on the burden ourselves and feel like we've got strong shoulders, and we do. First of all, in all things, the Lord has already achieved the biggest victory of all that we need. So that's done. But he operates the same way in our lives. We're going to give things over to him. So 1, be willing to pray about school. Not be willing, do it proactively. Do it proactively. Pray about school as a part of your prayers, family. Number 2, use the physical resources that are given to you. If you are struggling in a subject, make sure you talk to that professor or teacher about it. Say to them, I have some questions about this. I'm struggling a little bit with this concept, because if you don't get the concept, you won't get everything that relies on that concept. And so be willing to do that. 2, physical resources. Tutors are typically available. If after you've talked to your professor, etc., you say, I need more, grab a tutor. One of the wonderful things about tutors is that most of them are willingly and happily volunteering their time out of their love of their in their heart, and or the logic in terms of they have things they want to do, and tutoring is a part of that to get to where they need to get to. So they have tutoring hour commitments they need to deliver. Last but not least, counseling is usually available. So now if you're struggling with stress and other personal matters that seem to be inhibiting how you get schoolwork done, fam, again, use the physical resources. Get the counseling that is available to you, fam. Those are my 7 tips. Again, I look forward to hearing some of your progress reports about online learning how it's helping you achieve what you want to achieve, family.